Welcome. Today we're going to explore one of the most important systems in your body, the respiratory system. This is the system that allows us to breathe and keeps us alive every single second. How we breathe. Every second of every day, your body takes in oxygen and removes carbon dioxide without you even noticing. This is all thanks to the respiratory system, a network of organs and structures that allow us to breathe, survive, and stay active. The path of air. The respiratory system is responsible for gas exchange, bringing oxygen in and removing carbon dioxide. It includes the upper parts, like the nose, pharynx, and larynx, as well as the lower parts, like the trachea, bronchi, and lungs. Together, these structures filter, warm, and deliver air, making sure every cell in your body gets the oxygen it needs to stay alive. How air travels through the body. When you inhale, air enters through your nose or mouth and then passes through a series of steps. The nose filters and moistens the air. The pharynx serves as a shared pathway for both air and food. The larynx, or voice box, produces sound. Then the trachea, or windpipe, carries air down into the lungs. Finally, the bronchi and bronchioles branch out deeper, making sure air reaches every part of your lungs. The lungs. Your lungs are two soft, spongy organs inside your chest, protected by your rib cage. The right lung has 3 lobes, while the left lung has 2, leaving space for your heart. Inside the lungs, airways keep dividing into smaller tubes until they end in tiny air sacs called alveoli. Even though the lungs are not muscles themselves, they work together with other muscles to help you breathe. Blood vessels around the lungs collect oxygen and carry it throughout the body. Alveoli, the site of gas exchange. At the very end of the bronchioles are millions of alveoli, tiny balloon-like sacs only 1 cell thick. These alveoli create a huge surface area for gas exchange. Oxygen passes from the alveoli into the blood, while carbon dioxide moves from the blood into the alveoli to be exhaled. This process, called diffusion, is happening inside your lungs every time you breathe. The diaphragm, your breathing muscle. One of the most important parts of breathing is the diaphragm, a dome-shaped muscle beneath your lungs. When you inhale, it contracts and moves downward, creating space for the lungs to expand. When you exhale, it relaxes and pushes air out. The intercostal muscles between your ribs also help expand and tighten your chest. Together, these muscles make you breathe around 20,000 times every single day, automatically, without you even thinking about it. Inhalation versus exhalation. Breathing has 2 main steps, inhalation and exhalation. During inhalation, the diaphragm contracts and the chest expands, pulling oxygen-rich air into the lungs. During exhalation, the diaphragm relaxes, the chest cavity shrinks, and carbon dioxide leaves the body. This cycle happens so smoothly and quickly that we barely notice it, but it is what keeps us alive. More than just breathing. The respiratory system does more than just help us breathe. It allows us to speak, thanks to the vocal cords in the larynx. It helps us smell, thanks to receptors in the nasal cavity. It protects us by trapping dust and germs with mucus and tiny cilia. It also helps regulate blood pH by controlling carbon dioxide levels. In other words, this system is essential for life in more ways than one. How to take care of your lungs. Your lungs work very hard for you, so it's important to keep them healthy. Don't smoke because smoking damages the lungs. Exercise regularly to strengthen your lungs and diaphragm. Avoid polluted air when possible. Wash your hands often to prevent infections. And stay hydrated to keep your airways clear. Healthy lungs mean better breathing, more energy, and a stronger immune system. Let's quickly review. The respiratory system brings in oxygen and removes carbon dioxide. Air travels through the nose, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, and bronchioles before reaching the lungs. Gas exchange happens in the alveoli. The diaphragm and chest muscles make inhalation and exhalation possible. And beyond breathing, this system also helps us talk, smell, protect ourselves, and maintain balance in the body. Every breath you take is keeping you alive, so take care of your lungs.